what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Utah Utes, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Arizona State Sun Devils. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Utes will put total leather and we'll get started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Sun Devils offense will have the first crack at it in this one. Williams will pass. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Leaves it with the back. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Didn't take long to need a clutch play. Opening drive, it's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. Takes a hit as he fires. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. The play-action fake. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Well, look at this. Instead of trying to pin their opponent deep in their own territory, the offense stays on the field to go for it on 4th down. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Sun Devils are rolling down the field. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going will step.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Was looking for a little. Daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Thomas looking to fire. Hauls it in. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. And the Utes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. It's complete. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, this guy's had all of college football talking after coming away with 3 sacks in his first game, and he already notches his first sack in this one. What a terror he has been on offenses early this season.
Makes the catch. It's Hampton. He's brought down the line of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Utes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. He wants it all. Touchdown, Utah! And they have the first points of the game. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. Williams looking for a man. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequence.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. A little screen to the running back. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Extra point here would tie the game. And the point after is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Utah has it back in the offense coming onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Leaves it with the back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. And the Utes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Thomas back to pass. Finds his tight end. Smashes through the tackle. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Utes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Still on his feet at the 45. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Brings it in down the left side. Touchdown, Utes! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And the defense holds. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Williams will pass. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
This could be a major turning point in this game. Going for it inside their own 40. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run the screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in.
Got enough space. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on
into the house. Touchdown, Utah! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. From the gun, the ground game. Oh, he's got a chance. It's a seam wide open. Inside the 30. Inside. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Rides to back and leaves it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Thomas looking to fire. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
And the Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Motion from the back. This guy can throw it. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on 1st down and couldn't pull it off.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember.
There he goes. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. He'll try to do it himself. Out of bounds at the 43 Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Sun Devils! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Off the play fake on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Green. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. They'll go to the ground. Not much there, picks up a couple to the 22. The Utes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Thomas back to pass. Under fire. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. And the Utes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 35. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. It's complete on the right side. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Setting up the screen. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold on.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Now on second down. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Gave the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
He's going for the big play. He's got it at the 20. He's finally stopped, and not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Williams looking for a man. The throw. Finds us back in the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Good news for this offense is it hasn't taken them a long time to get into a rhythm in the passing game. That's already his 100th completion on the season. Put up some big numbers this year if they keep up at this pace.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
And that's an interesting call by this offense, man. Like, they go with the run, try to maybe catch them off guard, pick up a few yards, but now
makes the grab past the marker. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. Looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused, made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Tempe. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to Frank Cush Field inside Mountain America Stadium.
The Sun Devils will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Utah has a back on the offense coming onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football from out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
The Utes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
On the ground, it's Green. Shakes off the defender. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
They'll get down and put a stop for this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Boy, that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led them to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession. Williams will pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. Rolling right and going deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long. He lost one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Running behind that left side. Nice move to keep running. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Thomas looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The lone back's got it. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
It makes it really tough on the defense when you got a dynamic quarterback that you can roll out. You bootleg him to the right here. The defense has to now recover quickly, chase the guy out there. Oh, wait, I still got to cover wide receivers down the field. I still got to cover other guys and try to get this guy on the ground. They do a great job on this play.
And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Finds the tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Sun Devils will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. First snap in the red zone on this drive. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Heading to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Fired in from the red zone for the score. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Clemson made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Tigers. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It was starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
He'll get rid of it. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
It's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. The Utes decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Makes a move. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Handoff from the shotgun. Past the 45. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way, got down to the 26.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. And the Sun Devils want to crank the tempo. On the option. He'll toss it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
He's brought down, but there's a flag. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. That penalty has them set up with a 3rd and inches.
Set, ready.
They'll try to run for it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
They'll try to pound their way in. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. 3rd and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Gets it to the back. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona! A great catch and run for 6. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Thomas back to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. And the Utes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. He wants to go deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly.
He's got it, 1st down and more. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. It'll be 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Green. No sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. If If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Got a little space. Turning on the Jets. At the 20. Touchdown, Sun Devils. And they take it in for 6 more points. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page. They've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. The RPO, fire complete to the left.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone. And they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
And the Utes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wide receiver going in motion. To the ground. He's got it again.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Thomas looking to fire. Pressure coming. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.